Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video, and I'm coming at you now with some Godzilla vs Kong news. A bit of an update. This is from Bounding Into Comics, an article on Kong versus, or I should say, excuse me, Godzilla vs Kong. I'll go ahead and link it in the description below for those of you that want to check it out for yourselves. But as you can see here, it says report post-production work on Godzilla vs Kong is finished. A new report claims Godzilla vs Kong has completed its visual effects work. Warstu says in his latest update, visual effects work on Legendary Pictures' fourth MonsterVerse installment was completed back in August. The VFX team took advantage of the extra time given to them by the constant delays. Now all that remains is some tweaking to get things just right. When you consider GVK was supposed to come out in November, not too long ago, at a point where everybody thought the pandemic would be under control, and it'd be safe to go outside again, the VFX were, in all probability, meant to be finished by late summer. Now they have almost a year to relax and perfect the finer details in a propitious twist in the COVID saga. GVK comes out in May, and in the meantime, we should finally get a trailer. Warstu expects it in front of Wonder Woman 1984 this Christmas, which makes a great gift, or in front of Dune a week earlier. Regardless of whenever we see the trailer, Warner Brothers may want to rethink their release strategy, putting Godzilla vs. Kong out 2 weeks after Black Widow. Yeah. If that's when it's coming out, given the marketing machine of Disney and Marvel, that might not be the best. But then again, I guess it all depends on the enthusiasm behind Black Widow. I don't know that Black Widow is a movie, at least as of yet, that has gotten that much buzz to the point where people are like, they're really excited for it. I mean, I know there's a lot of fans that are, finally seeing a Black Widow movie, but I'm not sure that it's going to create the same kind of buzz as, say, an Avengers Endgame or things like that. I don't think it's even going to create the same kind of a buzz as even the Captain Marvel movie. I don't know. Because for the most part, at least what I remember when they were marketing the Captain Marvel movie from way back when, it seemed like they were really kind of drumming up a buzz for it. Now, the Captain Marvel movie is what it is. I have not seen it yet. I'm just saying the way they were marketing it, and I'm not really seeing that same thing with Black Widow. I mean, of course, as we know, it could be because of the pandemic and things like that, but I just don't see the same kind of, at least to me, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing, it doesn't seem like the same kind of buzz is being created for it, from my perspective. The delayed Marvel movie hits theaters a full year after it was first planned, and due to that, a real risk is present for the Widow to steal Godzilla and Kong Thunder. I don't know that I agree with that. I mean, I understand because, again, we're talking about Marvel here under Disney, and they really know how to market these movies. But I don't know. I don't know that it will. I mean, we're talking about something that people have been waiting, well over 50 years for at this time, a rematch between, well, not really a rematch because this is going to be new within this MonsterVerse, but seeing these two titans clash, right? This is something people have been wanting to see once again since the 60s, right? This is since all the way back in the 60s when it happened the first time. People have been longing to see these two cross over yet again. So I don't know. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of anticipation for Godzilla vs. Kong. You're talking about arguably the two most popular, kaiju in film history, right? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that, but yeah, it could affect it to some degree. I'm not sure that it will be as much as they think, though. GVK is coming off of the perceived disappointment of Godzilla King of the Monsters, so it has to impress, or else there might not be any more MonsterVerse. See, the thing is, I know that King of the Monsters was kind of mixed for people. I thought it was okay. I thought it was much better than Godzilla 2014, personally. But I do know there was people out there that still were not all that impressed with it. And I can understand that because I still feel, and I said this even back then, I still feel that it's not, it's a step in the right direction, but we haven't seen these American-made Godzilla movies really reach their full potential just yet. So maybe this one will. Who knows? Maybe it won't. Hard to say. But I like I said, I thought it was more of a step in the right direction personally. I mean, of course, didn't care for a lot of what was going on with the human characters, but that's besides the point. I just I think that still, again, the anticipation of seeing Godzilla and Kong square up again is going to be a draw for a lot of people, despite how they might have felt about King of the Monsters or even Godzilla 2014. I think that in itself has enough appeal to bring more people out. Its November release was also lined up to compete with Black Widow in addition to the next James Bond, No Time to Die. Let's go on here. Worstu says he will take a break from Godzilla updates since they are becoming fewer and harder to come by. Other details we learned in the last several weeks are the film has a new logo and Zack Snyder collaborator Junkie XL composed the score. Interesting. So it says your Junkie revealed to Forbes recently, being a Godzilla freak, he wrote something for Godzilla in his spare time. Then he met Godzilla vs. Kong director Adam Wingard and admitted his love of Godzilla and wrote some stuff years ago. That's how he got the job. XL also talked about the big bass drum he wanted to be made for percussion to reflect Godzilla's steps. He was told there was no cow big enough to meet his parameters. Godzilla vs. Kong, with music by Junkie XL and direction by Adam Wingard, is planned to reach theaters May 21st, 2021. I don't know who Junkie XL is. I'm going to be completely honest here. Or I'm not too familiar with Adam Wingard either. But I will say that, look, this movie, I'm looking forward to it. I want to see it. Obviously, I want to see the route they're going to go. I want to see if my predictions for the movie are going to be are going to come true in this movie, right? And my long-time prediction has been that they will fight, but then they will eventually end up teaming up and fighting a mutual enemy. That's what I think is going to happen in this movie. One gets, or maybe they'll do the whole thing where one gets one over the other. Like Godzilla wins the first round, Kong wins the second round, and then, once they defeat their enemy, they kind of square up and, they leave kind of this ambiguous ending where it's just kind of like, you decide who wins. Kind of like Freddy versus Jason. If you all have ever seen that, they kind of leave this open end where you kind of, you take it for what it is. I mean, a lot of people look at it on the surface, oh, Jason won, but did he really, kind of thing. So maybe they'll do something like that with this, where they try to make it an ambiguous ending where it's kind of like, who knows who wins, right? Maybe they're both just on equal footing. Maybe there will be a clear winner. Hard to say. But I think that's more the route to go. I think it just makes more sense that they would go the route of them fighting a mutual enemy. But again, could be completely wrong. We'll be happy to admit if I'm wrong. But what do y'all think? Now that the post-production is finished, I would think that, look, you've had this much time to polish up this movie. I think expectations are going to be a little bit higher because of that. I know mine's are going to be a little bit higher because of the fact that they've had more time to work on the CG and things like that to make things more fluid, to clean things up a bit more. I would hope that it vastly improves the movie from wherever it was at before, right? That's all we can hope for, that the extra time has given them the ability to make vast improvements on this movie and that it will live up to the fans' expectations. But we'll just have to wait and see. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and until next time, y'all know how it goes. The hunt continues. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a like, share, and comment below.